Well, guess what? We got a pretty big name on the line with us right now. I've been a fan of his for a long time, and he is a celebrity guest hosting the Chippendale show. It started on July 26th, actually goes through September 2nd. Perez Hilton joining us right now on the line. Perez, I appreciate you coming on, my man. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm excited to be in town finally. I've been looking forward to this for a while.
I have so many questions for you, Perez, in such a short period of time. But let's start out with this show. How did this come about? Did somebody reach out to you and said, hey, we want you to be the celebrity guest host of the Chippendale show? How did this start?
It actually happened the other way around. I got an email, a press release announcing their last celebrity host, Tony Dovolani from Dancing with the Stars. And I had, as Oprah says, a light bulb moment, an aha, and reach out to them and see if they're interested in having me do it. And they were. Here I am. It's the power of the ask and manifestation.
Man, that is unreal. So you're going to be living here in Las Vegas for 6 weeks. Now, you've spent a lot of time in Las Vegas in the past, I'm sure. What do you think of this town? Perez, did we lose you, buddy?
Hello?
Yeah, I think your phone line, we lost you there for a second, but you're back, my man.
Sorry, I'm staying at an Airbnb and I don't have a landline.
That's okay. Go ahead. We hear you loud and clear now.
Okay. Yeah, I love Las Vegas. It keeps me coming back year after year, multiple times a year. It reminds me a lot of New York City, another place in America that I love, and I've also lived in, but better almost because it's smaller. It's more condensed, and there's just so much to do, and it's constantly evolving and growing and different and new. Like, I always want to check out the new show or the new restaurant or the new club or the new this or the new that. There's always new and exciting, and my mom loves it too. My whole family is here with me, and it's the perfect summer vacation. And the most fun is that I'm going to actually really enjoy being on that stage at the Rio in Chippendale and getting to connect with the audience. And I love acting. I love entertaining. I got my degree in drama from NYU. So this is almost like going back home in a way.
And I want to talk to you a little bit about how you got started. Going back, this is what I've always appreciated about you: is you started as a blogger. You weren't thinking about making money. You weren't thinking about, oh my God, I can make so and so money if this many people check out my website or check out my blog. Did you ever, in your wildest dreams, think that you would be where you're at now and as popular as you are and a celebrity yourself?
It wasn't a possibility when I started because nobody was doing it. And I didn't make any money from blogging for a year plus. Now things are so different with so many social media platforms and people making money in non-conventional ways that, the most coveted profession for high school students, they all say they want to be YouTubers. And that's awesome. Not everybody that is a YouTuber is making money doing it or making a sizable income from it. But, I feel lucky in that what I started off as a hobby still is very enjoyable for me, and I would still be doing it even if I wasn't making a living from it.
Right. That's so awesome. If you're just joining us, we're speaking with Perez Hilton. He is a celebrity host of the Chippendale show, runs July 26th through September 2nd. Definitely check it out. Perez, I love how outspoken you are with some of these celebrities. I'm not a very big Kim Kardashian, Perez Hilton fan. What do you think about some of these morons coming to Vegas and making 6-7 figures, showing up in a nightclub and just standing there with a drink in their hand, doing absolutely nothing, living off of the celebrityness of their celebrityness? Is that even a word? I don't know. I think I just made up a word, Perez. But, living off of their, I don't know, a sex video, or maybe because of one of their parents being famous. Does that anger you as much as it angers me?
No, I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. But I do observe that happening a lot less than it used to. Vegas is all about the DJ now. Or if it's not about the DJ, actually it's almost transitioned as general music has. Vegas right now, I would say, is very hip-hop heavy. Because music is very hip-hop heavy. Maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years ago, it was all about the dance DJ. And they're still here, of course, the big names, but the era of all of the reality TV stars being out here, from Perez Hilton to the Hills cast and so on and so forth, that era is over. They're still showing up, but they're just getting comped and maybe flown out and this, that, and the other. And if they are getting paid, they're not getting paid what they used to get paid in like 2008, 2009, when places like Pure were throwing that crazy money
right.
Celebrities. If you're a Kardashian, then maybe you're still making that money in Vegas. But Kim Kardashian's not hosting clubs here. Maybe Scott Disick is.
Right.
And even then, he's not getting paid what, Perez Hilton was in 2010,
Right. No doubt.
Perez, JD here. I got a question for you. So Kylie Jenner is considered a billionaire at this point, and Forbes threw out the word self-made. I tend to agree with that self-made word. What do you think?
I disagree wholly. Somebody like Jennifer Lopez is self-made. She didn't come from any money. She didn't build upon something that was already there. Donald Trump is not self-made. He had to borrow money from his wealthy father to make it. But, had he not had that, he may not have become successful. That's not to say, and I'm not saying that she's not built something incredibly successful or been involved in something incredibly successful that she lent her name to, but she's not self-made.
Right.
She was born rich and extremely well-connected, and not with just one rich parent, but two rich parents. Kris Jenner was married to Robert Kardashian, who was extremely wealthy. He's a super successful lawyer. And at the time, then Bruce Jenner was also very...
Did we lose you there, buddy? Are you still there?
Oh, no.
Okay. Go ahead. Keep going. I think we missed the last sentence. Your phone cut out. You there, Perez? Can you hear us?
Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Can you hear us okay? Perez? This is live radio, folks.
Absolutely.
We got Perez with a little bit of a bad phone line. Perez, can you hear us all right? Well, hopefully Perez can call us back, because I think his line dropped out there. It was just getting juicy because we were just talking about Jenner.
Yeah.
It was just getting good. But that's a good question though that you asked him. That's a really good question, because are you self-made? I kind of agree with Perez. I don't think that when you look at somebody like Jenner, you say self-made. Well, Jennifer Lopez, he's right. He makes a good point there. Jennifer Lopez is self-made.
Right.
Jenner, if not for Kardashian, the attorney, would we be talking about the Kardashians? Would we be talking about? Of course not. Right?
No, I agree with that. I think that that it's pretty impressive that she was able to turn, we'll say, probably a $4 million net worth into almost $1 billion by simply taking a meme that went viral because she got lip injections that was trying to insult her and embarrass her, and she turned that into a massive empire. And she said to these young women, she said, "Hey, you can get lips like me. Here's how." And she just made millions and millions and millions in 3 years by doing that. So that's why I think that she's not 100% self-made, but that's very impressive how she was able to do that, to go from a $4 million net worth to roughly $1 billion net worth at the age of 21.
Here's where I disagree with Perez a little bit, and this is where it angers me. I guess, look, if somebody is willing to spend $200, $300, $400, $500, or maybe thousands of dollars to get a table because Perez Hilton is showing up at a nightclub, I guess, if you're a moron that would do something like that, then fine, all the more power to you. I just don't think that. I certainly wouldn't do it, but I think we have Perez back on the line. Perez, can you hear us okay, my man?
Yes. Sorry, like I said, this Airbnb doesn't even have a landline for calls.
Yeah. Well, you got
Anywho.
You got to get off your Obama phone. You got to get a Trump phone now. That's what you got to do, Perez.
Verizon. Is the Verizon really bad in Vegas?
It's not good. It's not good.
Neither is Sprint, though.
I think it'll work in the Chippendale Theater though at the Rio. So you should be okay there. Okay, let's switch topics here real quick. You have 3 kids. I don't think people realize that. You have 3 kids. Are you married? Do you have a significant other?
No, I'm not married, but I would love to be.
So Be honest now. Do you think that any of these Chippendale dancers will be slipping you their number?
I think from what I've heard, most of them are, or all of them. I don't even want to say most or all. I would say, from what I've heard, I don't know if any of them are gay.
That would shock me if they were not. But who knows? I don't know. Well, I guess you're going to find out, right, Perez?
I don't know. I'm there to do a job impression.
Can you hear me all right? I think your phone cut out again.
Oh, no.
No, I hear you. We're good. We're good. It's okay. It's all right. We'll get to a couple questions with you, and then we'll let you go. And, of course, I appreciate you taking the time to call in. I know you're a big music guy, okay? You have been, right, your whole life, Perez. What do you think about the state of music today as opposed to 15, 20, 25, 30 years ago? Music has changed dramatically, and do you think more these days it's more about your image and what you look like than what you sound like?
No, I would say that image has always been important. I mean, look at somebody like Elvis or Madonna or Prince. I actually am a fan of where music is now. I think that I think streaming music has helped artists immensely, which you would not have thought of 5-6 years ago. But I think because of streaming, radio, FM radio, top 40 or urban rhythmic radio, they're almost less important because streaming can get the music out to the people that want to find it, not just for the superstars. So that's exciting to me because I've always been a fan of discovering new artists, and radio has never been about that. It's always been about playing the same artists over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Fair point. I think years back I read up that you were getting 7 or 8 million views on your website per day. I mean, where are you at right now? I know you have over 7 million Twitter followers, which is incredible. Where are you at with your website? How many views are you getting these days?
I don't know. That's my ad people are the ones that know and sell it.
So let's just say I'm the CEO of this huge company, which clearly I'm not. But if I was, and I wanted to spend some money and advertise on Perez Hilton's website, what would that run me?
It depends. I mean, we could work with you. And
I got $20 in my pocket. Will that work?
I'm sure we could find something.
But I mean, I remember when you were on the Howard Stern show years back, and you've been on there a couple times, right?
Yeah, Howard's amazing.
I love it when you do interviews with him because both you guys, I think, are very similar in that you're so honest. You'll answer Perez any question, and Howard will as well, and he asked great questions. And I remember at one point you said you were getting 7 million views a day on your website, which it's astronomical. You have to have one of the highest, websites as far as viewership in the country, I would imagine. I mean, do you ever take a step back and say, wow, did I really create this?
No, because I don't really have time. I'm so busy. I'm just constantly focused on what do I have to do next.
Now, I read up that, your typical day, and you tell me if I'm misquoting you here, but you wake up at about 4 a.m, you blog, you take a break, you eat dinner, maybe take a quick break, and then you go right back to it. Is your schedule still like that, where you're blogging and you're working 10, 12, 14, 16 hours a day?
Pretty much. I mean, now I also schedule being a dad in there as well. But yeah, I'm still thankful. I love what I do still, and I get to make it a family business. My mom works with me. My sister works with me. So we're all good. Wow,
that's incredible, man. Well, your success obviously has paid off with hard work has paid off, I should say, with all the success you have. Okay, let's quickly get back to the show, then I'll let you go, Perez. So what are we going to see from you in this Chippendale show? Are you going to come out there in a fireman outfit, or what exactly? Can you give us a little bit of a tease, per se, on the radio? What will we see from you in the Chippendale show?
Well, I'm not going to be stripping.
Oh, that's it. I'm not going. That's it. I'm not buying a ticket. No,
no way.
I'm going to be, Chippendales has their own person in-house that plays the character of the MC or the host So that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be the master of ceremonies, the ringmaster. Everybody's friend, making sure that the energy is at 110% and that everybody's just having the best time. So yeah, I'm happy to do a number or dance. I think that would be funny if they want me to. Tomorrow is when we begin rehearsals, so we shall see exactly what it will be.
And you know what? Definitely check it out. I will be there. I will be there either by myself or with a date. I am raising my hand right now. As a straight man, I will be at the Chippendale show because of you. Okay, so that's the highest. That's the highest compliment you get. Okay, quickly, who is your most hated celebrity right now on the planet?
Probably Donald Trump.
Okay, okay, that's fair. And what celebrity is the one that you just want to, maybe someone you've never met before that you want to just have a beer with and just hang out with?
Angelina Jolie.
Why?
Because I've never met her before, and I've met almost everybody else that I've wanted to meet.
Is Tom Cruise straight or gay?
He's a Scientologist is all I care about. And the more I've learned about Scientology, the less interested I am in any of those people supporting them in any way. So I won't be watching the next Mission Impossible movie or even watching The Handmaid's Tale. I feel like supporting a Scientologist is supporting the church and the awful practices that they have towards gay people in the church, towards former members of the church.
I'm with you on that. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I think it's also, I'm sure you'll agree with me on this, it's unfortunate that some of these celebrities are unable to come out and say who they really are. I mean, we can make assumptions here, but can we all agree that Keanu Reeves probably is not straight? Is that fair to say?
I don't know.
I guess I'm just making an assumption there, but don't you think it's sad though that when some of these celebrities, they can't be who they are and they have to keep it a secret? I think that's unfortunate that there are people out there that do that.
Yeah, I mean that's the reality of their lives, and I don't out people anymore. So if they want to come out or not, it's up to them.
Gotcha. No, understandable. Well, Perez, we've taken enough of your time on an average phone line. I appreciate you.
Sorry about that.
No, that's not your fault. Hey, I appreciate you calling back. I will absolutely, positively check out the Chippendale show. As long as you are hosting it, I will be there, my man. I wish you all the best of luck. You and your family have a great time in Las Vegas. Glad you're here, and look forward to checking out the show.
Thank you. See you then. Bye. Thank you. See you then. Bye. Thank you. See you then.